Today we're going over a gameplay between Andrew Tate and his cousin Luke. This game is action-packed and features one of the most devastating checkmates at the end. So Andrew is rated 1583 and his cousin Luke is rated 1455. This was a 3-minute game played on chess.com. Let's get into it. Andrew opens up with the move d4. Nothing unusual there. We see knight f6 and c4. Here Luke goes d6 and after knight c3 and g6, we are in the King's Indian defense. The King's Indian defense is a very aggressive opening for black, and just know this game is all attack, no defense. Imagine two teams at the bottom of the league fighting to avoid relegation. Full attack, no defense. We've got that right here today, just on the chessboard. Andrew goes e4, and now Luke gets his sniper online and goes bishop g7. We see bishop e3 and castles kingside. Luke gets his king to safety, and after queen d2, everything is going well. Imagine you've got a date lined up, everything is going to plan, and then when she meets you, she greets you as her homie. Knight g4, slap in the face, and then you realize she's put you in the friend zone, and now you're just upset and you've got to deal with it, and you just go h3. You say, just take my bishop, take it, and you take back, and then she follows it up by giving you a fist bump, and at this point you realize you've taken an L, you've been brutally friend zoned, you just got to get back in the game, and Andrew plays d5, pushing his pawn in the center, trying to gain space. We see knight a6. Andrew goes a3, just preventing this knight from coming to the b4 square, and here knight c7. And after knight c7, the time on the clock is that Andrew has 2 minutes 48 seconds, and his opponent, his cousin Luke, has 2 minutes 42 seconds on the clock. So both players have actually played this opening extremely fast, and here Andrew could play a move like knight f3, develop his bishop maybe. No, instead he plays the move h4, ready to inflict critical damage. And his opponent responds by trying to do the exact same thing and goes h6. We see h5, just full on attack, and now b5. So Andrew here is attacking on the king side, and his opponent Luke is attacking on the queen side. Luke is trying to cause lots of problems on the queen side, maybe even promote a pawn. Andrew's trying to checkmate. So it's a very interesting battle. And after the move b5, Andrew takes this pawn. He goes hg5, and we see fg5. And here Andrew finally develops his piece. He goes knight f3, get this knight into the game, and here Luke advances the pawn one square further. He goes b4, and now Andrew has to respond. There's no pawn to push, so he goes a b4, and after c b4 and knight a4. Now this knight can always hop to the b6 square. It can also block this a pawn, so it's quite good. And we see rook b8, so Luke just preparing to put all these pieces on this file. And now knight g5, so Andrew is looking to attack this pawn on h7. He's looking to try win some material here, and Luke dispels this threat with the move h6, just preventing it. Now this knight should retreat. You can go to h3, but the f3 square is the best. The knight's got to do that hop of shame, coming back to the square it just came from. And here Luke plays a very uncalled for move, a move that is really not required, and goes g5, and this move just weakens the king's position. You only want to move pawns if your opponent literally makes you. You do not want to play moves like g5, which they're just uncalled for, doesn't do anything for his position. In fact, Andrew just has more attacking chances, and he goes bishop d3. We see bishop d7, trying to put some pressure along this knight, and here Andrew opens it up with playing the move e5, and after de5, I know what you were thinking. Let's take back with the knight. I know you were thinking that. Instead, Andrew plays the move knight g5, not taking here, taking on the g5 square, sacrificing material. It is also one of the top engine moves, and after hg5, now Andrew doesn't even take back, but this bishop slides all the way to h7, and now this king could go to h8. Instead it goes to f7, and after queen f3 check, we see bishop f6 trying to block it, but now this queen slides in again, queen h5, and after king g7, white plays the rather intuitive move. I mean, I hope all of you would play this move, queen g6, and the only really legal move here is king h8, and now Andrew plays, you could try pause the video actually, try pause the video and find the move that Andrew played here to win the game in 2. So the move is bishop g8, and after this his opponent resigned. The idea is after this bishop blocks, that is just checkmate, so very nice stuff. And that is the end of the game. If I go back to bishop g8, after this his opponent resigned. Anyway, that is the end of the video. The new series I will be making will be reviewing games of UFC fighters and boxers, so make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see that. I've got some more videos right here I think you might enjoy. Thank you for watching, have a good day.